11.3, when your body can't cope. We get typically, if we are stressing our body systems, we are prone to diseases and conditions of these systems, like diabetes. Diabetes can be affected by our lifestyle and by our genetics. So our lifestyle, I should also write and our diet. So diabetes, what it is an abnormally high concentration of sugar in our blood and our urine. Our pancreas either no longer produces enough insulin to control the blood glucose, okay, so it cannot keep up, or the insulin produced doesn't work. This is a type 2 diabetes. In type 1 diabetes, the pancreas doesn't produce insulin. So type 1 diabetes is often like a juvenile diabetes. These patients would have to inject themselves with insulin every day, multiple times a day, because their body cannot produce it at all. In type 2, this is a type of diabetes that can come on later in life and is a lot more dependent on our diet and lifestyle. It's also linked to genetics, but most diet and lifestyle. These people often need to eat a balanced diet and exercise to maintain their blood glucose levels. They can also inject themselves with insulin, but type 1, they have to. So with diabetes, they check their blood sugar levels by pricking themselves and checking it with a monitor. And they'll either inject themselves, or some people with type 1 diabetes actually have an insulin pump. So their blood sugar is measured by a sensor, and that tells the pump how much insulin to inject. And so these people would have this pump on them all the time. Ulcers are something we can develop. A lot of ulcers, people think it's based on what you eat, but it's all mostly linked to our genetics. Ulcers are holes or a break in the lining of our esophagus or stomach. Acids in the digestive juices destroy the lining, causing a burning, aching sensation. So they'll eat through the lining of our stomach and into the tissues. The treatment is antibiotics and other prescriptions used to treat those and minimize the effects of the acids. Eating disorders are a lifestyle or are affected, by lifestyle. Anorexia and bulimia are the two that we would look at. So in anorexia, people don't eat enough. Often they are afraid of gaining weight, even if they are healthy, if not thin. They'll restrict their food intake and over-exercise often. For people experiencing bulimia, those would eat too much and may induce vomiting or take laxatives to get rid of food before our body digests it. Both of these deplete the body of fluids and can permanently impact heart and digestive system, as well as vomiting can erode the esophagus and the enamel on the teeth from the digestive juices that come up. The treatment for both eating disorders are education and counseling, and sometimes hospitalization. Last are heart attacks. Heart attacks can be caused by genetics or lifestyle. A heart attack is a blood flow where the blood flow to arteries is limited. The heart cannot pump steadily and tissue begins to die. The treatment for a heart attack is aspirin and immediate medical attention. Cardiac arrest is a little bit different. This is where the heart actually stops. In a heart attack, the heart is still beating. It's just working really hard to do so. So in cardiac arrest, the heart stops. The treatment for this is using CPR or maybe an AED if one's available, and immediate medical attention as well. Some practice questions in Science Connect 1, page 227, number 1, 2, and 3.